Why are we in a forest doing videos and stuff? It's creepy, it's like Blair Witch, but with turbo Renault Clios.
Okay, just going to stop you there before we get into this video to talk about a sponsorship. Yes?
My favourite pastime, beer.
That's the sponsorship. Beer 52, if you don't know about them, they will send you free beer.
Free beer?
For the price of postage. So all you got to do is cover $5.95 and you get a case of beer, which is what we did.
Well, that's why I've got it.
So let's talk about some beer.
Let's talk about some beer. What they do special?
Well, they hand select every month a fresh batch of beer. Now you can choose if you want blonde, which I believe is a light beer.
Light beer, yes.
Or you can have dark beer if you're into like
ales and
Elbows Bishop of Nottingham or whatever it is beer. But they've sent us a selection of beer by Siren. And they're a brewer who are celebrating their 10th anniversary, don't you know?
Oh, well there you go.
But it's not just beer you can get hold of. What else is in there, Stuart?
Oh, the only thing I've not seen are hog nuts. But
check these out.
We have got Usui oven-baked pea snaps, salt and vinegar.
Okay, nice. And I've got Good and Honest popped veggie crisps.
Oh, very
sweet
nice.
chilli flavoured.
Well, they're mine.
Okay, I'm having them then.
You can have them.
So what beer do you get in your pack? Let's get them all out.
Oh, look at you going all
I know.
supermarket.
Did I say I used to work at the carnival?
Look at that.
Bosh.
Right, random, that one. Give me a glass.
Okay. Dark.
That's a dark one, that.
I'll tell you, you've had some head before, ain't you?
Right, well, I've not poured that very well.
Wow.
You wouldn't believe I used to work in bars.
So what one have you chosen? You've chosen Buried Shadow Black IPA. What does IPA stand for?
Interpersonal altercation.
I think it's Indian Pan Ale. But if you don't know about Siren Beer, I didn't know Siren Beer, luckily this pack comes with a handy magazine.
Handy magazine, so if you want to learn the story about Siren and who they collaborate with the 8 breweries, you can get to look through the Ferment magazine, which is award-winning, I'll have you know.
It's actually really good. I just flicked through this earlier on, and it's got some great stuff in it, some great articles, so as you're getting a bit drunk, you can have a little read about what's getting you drunk. Stu has plenty of experience in drinking beers, but not so much in pouring beers, it seems.
No, I used to be good, Nick. I worked in a bar.
It's been a while though, hasn't it?
Well, I was a doorman of a bar.
Yeah.
And I used to pour my own beer after work.
Terribly by the look of it.
But, yeah, just pretend it's like a Guinness. It looks quite well.
Okay, so if you like what you've seen today, you want some beer, all you've got to do is pay $5.95, go on beer52.com/motoraddicts, all one word. We're all one word now. We're all one word. And then just pay the postage and you can get a lovely selection of beer, some snacks, and a magazine to read in your pastime.
So it's £5.95 for the first delivery of your beer. You can cancel it at any time.
You can throw the magazine on the floor at any time.
That's award-winning, Nick.
I know it is. I shouldn't have done that. Sorry, brewer.
Right, anyway.
Back to video.
Back to the video.
Unique. That's it, I can't say that. Welcome back, everyone. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Welcome back to what the that's Ron Burgundy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Ron Burgundy.
Serious, we're being serious because it's Motor Addicts and that's what we do. Welcome back, everyone. This is What the Fuck is Happening. Actually, I keep saying that because everything we do at the moment seems to be absolutely bonkers, and this is one of those times. Renault Clio 172, is that right? Did I say 172?
You did, yeah.
He doesn't like it when I mispronounce it. It's a 172, but it's got the wrong engine in it. Obviously, it's got the wrong engine in it. This is a 180 AGU big port engine, turbo Clio. So it's really light, it's really fast, and this bloke has put a lot of time into this, so you're gonna love this. Watch. Am I ready?
Yeah.
Is Josh ready?
I'm ready.
He's ready. He's born ready. He's well up for it. Josh, thanks for coming and on this piss wet day, coming all the way down from Croydon, no less. He's driven all this way in the peeing rain to come. Yeah, exactly. To come down and show us this home-built bit of equipment. So, the first thing, I mean, what's the rundown? What's the the bullet points of the car, do you reckon?
It's a 1.8 20 valve turbo with a KO4 064 turbo, 2.5 inch boost pipes to a front mount. That's about it, really.
I mean, I see it's got 4 pots on it.
Yeah, 4-pot Renault McGann front brakes, braided lines throughout on the brakes and fuel, swirl pot and fuel pump in the rear.
Yeah.
Cage, bucket seats, harnesses.
I mean, it's
shifter.
just like, you're playing that down like, yeah, it's just some bits, you know, but this like start to finish. He was showing me some pictures earlier of like, this isn't just he's bought this car like this. You bought one originally, didn't you?
Yeah, I bought one originally and reshelled it into this car.
But then you stripped it all back, right down to like taking a subframe out, cutting out some not great fabrication work, and refabricating it. And the work is stunning. And doing it properly, like you were saying about, you took the wiring loom out, took it home, and then just
on the kitchen table, sort of just.
I bet your missus loved that, didn't she?
Yeah, she loved it. Yeah.
Can we have a look in the engine bay, mate? Because that is absolutely the first place I want to start. It's on R888 tyres. Everyone knows these are amazing track. I mean, you've been around tracking one of these. I think a number of us have. Yeah. And they're fantastic track cars apart from the power, but he's rectified that by just doing that to it, basically. So it's got JPF intake. So what was the power you said it made?
It made 349 horsepower on the rollers at Road Rage Performance down in Kent.
So it's 350 horse. And what do you reckon it weighs, give or take?
Give or take, just about a ton.
Yeah, about 1,000. Fair, yeah. I mean, and so it's the turbo. I don't know loads about them, but you did say the turbo is a Volkswagen unit.
Yeah, it's a Volkswagen unit off of a later shape S3 engine, TF side.
Yeah, and they're good for like 380 or something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
I mean, it's so weird to see that engine in that engine bay. It does, but to be fair to you, like I was saying earlier, it's pretty tidy, isn't it? Yeah. Considering it don't belong in there.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't tidy like this before. Obviously, I've had the boost pipes remade. I've done sort of the AM fittings here.
Yeah.
The AM fittings here. Just stuff like that, like just to tidy it up and stuff. The braided lines obviously make it look a bit nicer. It
is crammed in there. It's worth pointing out also, I was expecting you to say, it's taken me about a year to put this together, but how long was it?
About 7 weeks.
Start to finish?
Yeah, start to finish.
With all the fab work, with hospital visits in between?
Holidays, hospital visits, yeah.
Oh, mate, that's just, and so you're doing, and you're working as well, so you've done a full day's work.
9 to 5 and then go up the garage after work.
And then do this?
Yeah.
Jesus, you must have a very patient missus.
Yeah.
Since we're saying that. Right, let's have a quick look inside. So what's going on inside?
We've got Corbu Pro Series Kevlar seats, TR motoring shifter.
That is a nice bit of kit, isn't it?
OMP steering wheel with the Boss, that central dash pod, if you want to call it.
And so you've got the Volkswagen clocks in there, and they actually fit.
Like they just literally just sort of wedge in the dash.
That is mad.
Behind the dash.
Look, and they are absolutely, they look like they belong in there.
No, they do.
I know. It's crazy.
That's cool.
Does it drive like a normal car? I mean, is it hard work to drive? Or
it's hard work. At the moment, I think when I built it originally, I blew up the steering ECU.
Yeah, okay.
Which I did have electric steering on adjustable toggle in the middle.
Okay.
And yeah, it's not got no power steering now, so it's a bit tricky and like kind of Asda and shit like that.
Apart from that though,
yes,
it's all right.
It's easy enough. Yeah, it drives like a normal car.
Pretty day to day. And in the boot, so it's stripped out. It looks like a track car. It's just the cage.
Yeah, cage. You've got the swirl pot and the fuel pump there.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
You obviously the lightweight little Odyssey battery there. Right.
Oh yeah.
In the back, hidden out the way.
And these are quite light at the rear anyway. You were saying for a track car, it's like really you don't want to take any more weight out the back because they can get a bit
tail happy sort of thing. It's very it doesn't feel nice on the back, but
they're a light car anyway. I mean, fair play to you, mate. And underneath, so it's on what suspensions you got?
Gaz coilovers all round, Polybrush Black Series, all round as well. Front and rear anti-roll bars.
Because these didn't come with a roll bar at the rear, did they? Yeah.
No, you can see it just about.
Yeah, I've heard that's a good mod to do with these, from what I know, is to put a roll bar on the back.
Yeah, it reduces the understeer on the front.
Yeah.
But it counteracts the twitchiness at the rear.
Yeah,
Gives you
yeah.
a twitchy feeling at the rear, but it handles all right for what
I
I
bet
need it
it's,
for, yeah.
and you said you haven't taken it on track. I
No.
bet it would be if you
Yeah.
did. It would be a weapon, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Oh man! I mean, that's top to bottom. Obviously, we could get stuck into every tiny minor. Okay, it's been a late night, right? Detail in it, but it's just like it's every inch of it you've been
Yeah.
through, haven't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we need to go out and see what it goes like. That's the main thing. Anyway, you welcome us in the Volkswagen Clio. I know that sounds weird, but if only the weather has really put the kibosh on everything, but we'll see what happens. I was toilet rolling in the centre console, that's a bit of a worry. Is that for the passenger?
Yeah.
It's not that loud.
No.
I thought it was going to be louder than this.
It was louder before I'd done all the exhaust work.
Yeah.
And I've wrapped the exhaust the whole way down as well, so it
okay.
goes out the back rather than up here.
Right.
Which is a lot of the problem what it was.
Jeez. What are these tyres like in the rain is the question. Alright, that inspires some confidence.
Yeah, they're not nice.
So what suspension is it on?
Gas.
Oh, it's coilovers, isn't it? Yeah.
So it's on coilovers. It's got adjustable dampening all the way around.
It does feel more like a... Well, it is a track car, isn't it,
Yeah.
basically? It's more than a road car.
Yeah, I'm yet to get it set up. I'm in talks with a guy, like an alignment and corner weighting guy, to get it all set up
Yeah.
properly. But at the moment it's just done by me and the tracking machine I work with.
Yeah. Well, that's going to give you basics,
Yeah.
isn't it? So it's quite a lot brighter than I thought it was going to be. Jesus! Oh, that is fighting for grip, isn't it? I'm actually surprised. I thought it'd be harder than that to control, but it's still accelerating while it's trying to use the power.
It's that.
Torque steer must be
It's
like.
horrible, yeah. It's not fun at all.
No, in the dry, I mean, it must talk to you a lot in the dry as well.
It pulls, like, I was on the way to work the other day and I pulled third gear and it caught a bit of dry road in there and it went...
Just yanked you over, yeah. It does feel like a ham. Gee, that was fourth, was it?
Yeah, that was all good.
Man, there's a little bit of me that on track, this would be, you wouldn't catch it. It would be untouchable.
Honestly, I can't wait to get it on track.
Yeah,
It's just,
man.
I want to shake it down proper
Make sure it works properly.
and ideally get it set up. I don't want it'll be my first track day as well.
Yeah, so to get it set up, sorry, you say?
Yes, get it set up and corner weighted. I want to do it before,
Yeah.
but like I was saying, I want to change the rear suspension from separate spring and shock absorber to a coilover
So
setup.
coil over, yeah.
So hopefully it'll get the back end sitting a bit nicer on.
Yeah.
It's quite bouncy and quite light.
It will give you more travel, I suppose, possibly, having the coilovers on.
And then once that's all on, I'll set it up and get it corner weighted and
Yeah.
get it on track.
I thought it'd be louder than this, but yeah, that is. Have you got a bias valve with it?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, just done that.
Yeah. So you're having it. I suppose. Well, it's wet today,
Yeah.
but you know, if it's dry, you can mess about with that. That's one of those things about setting up for a track, like you say. You can't really do that until you've taken it around a track and tested
It's
it.
like track surface and road surface are two different things. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And the suspension is firm, so if the bias is too much towards the front, too much towards the rear, it's going to unsettle it. I suppose I always ask everyone this, but what is if you were going to do anything to the car, like if you got any major changes you want to do? What's your like? What have you got any plans for it?
I did have a meth controller.
Yeah.
Now, the guy with the boost pipes put a blanking plug in for me.
For the future.
Yeah, so if I want to go meth, I can and get another fuel power out of it.
Yeah.
The next thing would be maybe a 6-speed gearbox,
Right.
just purely for motorway use.
Yeah. Is there a 6-speed box that bolts straight onto the 180?
The 180, the 180, the TT box is a 6-speed.
Right.
But it's a case of space in the bay, like, because it's also tight anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, there's not much room in here.
Yeah,
as
I
it
don't
is.
quite know how it would fit.
And the TT's probably wider than this as well. You must have some good fun at this on the road though.
Yeah, I've not driven it too much since it's been built, but yeah, it's a fun car, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good all-rounder, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm glad I've got it. It's not.
Well, I remember you saying earlier, when you got rid of the van, you were like, I want to get something a bit more daily.
Yeah.
And you ended up with this.
My missus said, oh, she wants some shopping in the shopping in the back, and yeah, I ended up with this.
There's plenty of space.
Yeah,
just got to get around the roll cage. That's all. It's got a stock diff in it, isn't it?
Yeah,
What you're saying, yeah.
Open diff. I'm not sure about rods in the engine.
That seems to be a thing, yeah. I don't know loads about the 180s, but that is, the rods are the weak link apparently.
When I got it, it's on the power limit for needing rods.
Yeah.
But because the turbo comes in quite late and it's quite a smooth power,
Yeah.
it holds it well.
Doesn't stress them out too much.
Whereas when you put a smaller caliper, it comes in with such a high boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it bends rods.
It gathers pace so quick, doesn't it? I'm surprised it's gripping as well as what it did, to be fair. Jeez. There's a car that you can still use on the, on the road as well to have fun on a Sunday somewhere. It's perfect, isn't it?
So it's an ideal sort of B-road car.
Yeah.
In the dry, it's second to none, and there's not much on the road that will keep up.
You said there was an RS6 that was pushing you to get out of the way the other day.
Yeah.
And he come off worse by all accounts.
He didn't look impressed.
No, it's a lot of money to have in a car, isn't it, to get beaten by this.
Yeah.
But to go any further with the power and whatnot, you'd have to go into doing rods and doing the other stuff.
Like I said, I've got a forged engine sitting on my engine stand at work.
Oh, okay.
The way that's built is so much money to carry on with that.
Yeah.
It's just a financial.
Yeah. So it's got rods and pistons in it.
Yeah, it's rods, pistons, girdle plate on the bottom.
Oh wow.
Baffled some, bigger valves.
So it's a full works then.
Double springs, cams, opened up head.
So that's like 500, potentially 500 or 600 horsepower.
Yeah, it was built for more than that. It was built for 750 plus. Yeah.
No way. Jeez. You said the turbo comes in a bit later than what they do on the factory KO4, but that actually felt like it come in pretty quick.
It comes in about, I'd say about 2800.
It feels really responsive, doesn't it?
It's not late, but it's not early.
No,
it's just
well,
about.
it feels pretty responsive to me, but of course, like, you're driving, maybe it's the way you're driving it or whatever, but when it started to spin in second D, shift to third, and it was there straight away. But what ECU is it running at the moment?
It's running a standard ECU, just wedged in the glove box there.
Right.
Mapped by Java Sport about 8 years ago now.
Oh, really?
And it seems to be running fine. It's a bit rich at times,
but that's safe, isn't it?
Yeah, safer. A lot safer than D&D.
The other thing is, I suppose, if you use that other engine, you're going to have to go for a bigger turbo, so that's more expensive there. The exhaust manifold, I don't know if that'd be a limiting factor, possibly.
ECU, exhaust manifold, injectors.
More injectors.
Probably be a twin fuel pump system.
Yeah. Imagine this with 500 horse. I mean, it's like, it's a handful anyway.
It's crazy as it is.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've mentioned to people before, and they say you don't need any more.
No.
The power is that. It's not.
Is it still a 1.8, the one you got to work, or is it 2
Yeah, it's still an 1800, yeah.
Straight away. accelerating a lot faster as well. It's not putting any power down at all, is it?
Whereas you're just spinning up now, guiding it over the road.
Yeah, yeah.
You're fine.
There's a lot of standing water as well. Why are we in a forest doing videos and stuff? It's creepy, it's like Blair Witch, but with turbo Renault Clios. That was a Renault Clio, no, it's a Volkswagen Clio, I think that's what I'm going to call it, or an Audi Clio. That's a good example of how fast you can go in something that you built in your garage at home. The guy was outside, like, at all hours, full-time job, and built it, like, from scratch. He reshelled it, so that takes some dedication. It's a shame, obviously we've got rubbish weather today and it's on R888 tyres, so you can't really use a lot of the power that it's got, but as you saw in the video, you'll probably get a good idea of exactly how powerful it is. It's going to be a weapon of a car when it's finished. He's got a few tweaks he wants to do. If you know anyone who's got something that's a bit mental like that, please get in touch with us. Something with the wrong engine in it, ideally, just wild stuff. Get in touch with us through Instagram and we want to feature it. If you like what you saw today, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell where you can. Can we go indoors now? Yeah. Good.
I'll lay you to rest in pieces. No picture on a t-shirt.